Hello and welcome back to my channel of free trade analysis. If you guys are new to my channel, then I am Vaji Kazmi and I give you daily intraday trades for your trading purpose. And I analyze several forex currencies, indices, and cryptocurrencies as well. And if you guys have not yet subscribed to my channel, then I would highly recommend to subscribe to my channel and also click on the bell icon so you guys can regularly receive my videos and you guys do not miss on any possible profit that might come our way. And if you guys are a beginner, then this is would be an amazing journey and you guys can learn as well, as I put all the levels in front of you guys and I give you all the trades in front of you guys. And so let's start off with the today's analysis of USDJPY. But we will start the USDJPY analysis from where we left off previously. Okay. So as you guys can clearly see, when we were discussing USDJPY last, market was trending over here, and I gave you some setups, and one of those setups, especially this selling setup, came into play beautifully. And this setup as well. Two of our selling setups came into play, and if we guys were vigilant enough, then we would have definitely made huge profits. And in terms of profit, if you guys would have taken the trades accordingly as per my instructions, then you guys would have made uh, immense profit. Okay. So market was over here. I gave you a trade that if market tests this area and closes below this area, we could go short. And market exactly went up to this area and market tested this resistance and then market closed below this area. We could go short from here. And since this was a very small candle, we would have a very minimum stop loss and the take profit would be amazing. Let me take this trade for you guys. And this was a safe trade. Okay, this was a safe trade as well. Okay, so this would be our stop loss and our take profit would be approximately over here, which is, oh my god. Okay, so our take profit would be over here and it is 85% profit. Oh my god, these kind of opportunities come very rarely, that one profit almost gives you your whole account in return. Okay, this is an 85% profit, which is huge, huge, huge. And if you guys would have just simply followed my trade, and this was a very non-risky trade as well. Okay, so and if you guys would have still let it go, then you guys would still be in good profit as well. Okay, so I think that whatever comes your way, just take it. And I am amazed to see the results that our trading is giving to us. Now let me also take a trade. If you guys were a risky trader and you guys would have shorted from here. Okay, so if you guys would have shorted from here, this would be your stop loss and your take profit would be approximately over here. So this was an also a 12% profit. Okay, so we are making amazing profits over here. I hope you guys are not missing on any of these profits. And let's continue with this profit making scenario. Okay, so let me remove the previous scenarios and let me just give you the fresh scenarios for all the USDJPY pair. Okay, so first of all, let me remove the previous analysis. Okay, so yes, these two analyses happened to yes, and last analysis. So okay, so as now this area is an area of resistance and this area as well. Okay, so let me mark both these areas in red. Okay, so let me just go back to the 4-hour chart to have a better look at what we have to do tomorrow. You guys can clearly see these areas are being broken, and now this area is now gonna come into play tomorrow. And if I go back to the 1-day chart, I do not have any recent area of resistance or recent area of support, unless over here I have a very small bit of support present. Okay, so if I go back to the 1 week chart, Yes, I do not have any sport available over here as well. All the sports are really far away. So now let me go back to the 1 hour chart and let me try to have the today's scenario in play. Let me mark the 4 hour chart. Okay, let me mark my most recent area of support in the 4 hour chart so I do not have any confusion in the 1 hour chart. Okay, so this is my area of support, and my second area of support would be this. Okay, this would be my second area of support. Okay, so what about the resistance zones? Okay, my resistance zone would be this area. This would be my recent area of resistance. Okay, let me mark this in red as well. Okay, so now let me mark the most recent area of resistance. This is my most recent area of resistance, and my most recent area of support is this. Okay, so now let's see that how are we going to trade this pair tomorrow. For me, I am going to look for a buying scenario if market respects this short-term area support area and market closes above this area of support, then I am going to go long. So, and secondly, if market closes above this short-term area of resistance, I am going to go long. And thirdly, if market is going above this short-term area of resistance and then market is testing this area again, and then I am going to go long once again from here. And on the other hand, if market goes if market tests this area of resistance and market closes below this area, I'm going to go short. And secondly, if market just closes below this short-term support area, I'm a risky seller, I'm going to go short. And thirdly, if market closes below this area of support and market tests this area support once again, then I'm gonna go short from here as well. Okay, and now some trades on the basis of what you can say long-term basis. If market enters this area, then we are going to be vigilant. If market is closing above this area, maybe we can go long from here depending on the situation. And secondly, this area as well, we have to be vigilant for both of these areas. And these areas similarly, I am going to look for a selling setup. And thirdly, if market enters this area as well, and a very safety setup would be if market enters this area, I'm going to go short, and this area would be also an area of resistance. Okay, so now let us move on to the next pair, which is the DJ analysis, Dow Jones pair. Now let me study that what the DJ has in store for us. Okay, so since last we were discussing this pair, market was trending over here, and we gave you some good buying opportunities, and those were followed in an amazing manner. We gave you a risky buying setup if market closed above this area, and that was executed beautifully. Then we gave you a non-risky setup if market enters this area and market almost tests this area, then market closed above this area, and we would be still making good profit from here. And the third setup of buying was that if market tests this area of support, but that did not happen. So clearly the setup that were executed, let us calculate that how much profit would we have made if we would have gone for a long trade from here. Our profit would be approximately till here, and our stop loss would be approximately over here. No, rather if I see that my stop loss would be hit if I enter over here, so I would not be recommending to trade this. But still, if you guys would have taken this risky trade, then you guys would have initially hit your stop loss, and at the very second level, when the market once again closed above this area, same target would be over here, and your stop loss would be just below this candle. So this would be approximately 5.7% profit. So even if you have hit your stop loss in this trade, you guys would have made a huge profit from here. Okay, 5.7%. So still 4.7% profit from here. Okay, and secondly, if I gave you another setup, if market tests this area and market goes below this area, you could go long, safely go long from here and make profit till here. Then once again, market gave you another opportunity to go long from here. Okay, so let me give you, or and let me test this area as well as how much profit you guys would have made till here. Your stop loss would be approximately just below this area. So this would be a 2.9% profit. So overall, good profits in this pair as well. So now let us study all the scenarios that can happen tomorrow, and let us try to analyze them in a good manner. Okay, now this area is going to turn in an area of support, and this area as well is going to turn into an area of support. Okay, so let us go to the 4-hour chart just to have a look at any recent support areas, resistance areas, and yes, we can easily mark this area as an area of resistance. Let me mark this in red color. Okay, and now let me change this scenario as well. Okay, so now let me go back to the 1-hour chart and let me just mark my most recent area of resistance as well. Okay, which is this. Okay, so now let me mark my most recent area of resistance. Number one, support level. First of all, my support level would be this area. And now let me mark my area of resistance. It would be this area. Okay, so how are we going to take the trades? Let me give you all the possible scenarios. Okay, so first of all, if market respects this area of resistance and the market closes below this area, we are gonna go short from here. Secondly, if market closes below this support area, we are going to go short straight away. And thirdly, if market closes below the support area and market respects this area of support once again, and then market goes short, we are going to go short straight away. Okay, and if how are we going to buy this pair? If market respects this area of support and market closes above this area of support, we are going to buy this pair. Now let me change its color to let me change its color to green so we do not get confused tomorrow. Okay, and secondly, if market closes above the short-term area of resistance, we can go long straight away. And thirdly, if market closes above this area of short-term resistance and market respects this area of resistance and then market closes above this area, we can go long straight away. And thirdly, if market enters this area, we have to be vigilant to short from here, and we have to be vigilant from this area as well. Okay, so if market enters this area, we have to be vigilant to go short from here as well. And thirdly, if market enters this area, we have to be vigilant to go long from here, as we never know that what market might have for us. So we have to be vigilant to go long from here as well. Okay, this is a rather larger area, so we have to be vigilant overall. Okay, so now let us move on to the next pair, which is the Bitcoin, and the most interesting cryptocurrency since the beginning of cryptocurrencies. Okay, and you guys can clearly see that when we were last trading this pair, we gave you some setups. Market was over here, and we gave you setups. Oh, this was an orange color. Let me change its color to red. Okay. We gave you buying setups, and those were executed in a good manner. As you guys can clearly see, market closed above this area. If you were a risky buyer, you guys would have gone long straight away. If you were a non-risky buyer, you guys would have gone long still from here. Okay, if I open the 15 minutes, let me go back to the chart, and yes, if we guys were non-risky and still market closed above this area, then once again market closed above this area, and definitely we would have gone long from here. Okay, let me go back to the 1 hour chart. Okay, so where were we discussing? Okay, so now let's see that how much profit would we have made. Okay, so I think this would be huge profit. So as you guys can clearly see, if we would have gone long from here, our stop loss would be approximately just below this area, and our take profit would be, oh, once again an amazing take profit level, at least till here. So this is approximately 29% profit. Wow, this is huge profit. Okay, so just now, and on the other hand, even if we would have taken a risky trade, the same profit would have come, and if we would have taken a safety trade, still the same amount of profit would have come. Okay, so now let us do the fresh analysis of Bitcoin, and let's see that what does Bitcoin have in store for us tomorrow. Let me remove all the previous scenarios so I can give you the fresh setups. Okay, so even these arrows are gonna be removed. This is going to act as an area of support, and this as well is going to act as an area of support. Okay, so now let me mark new areas of resistance. You guys can clearly see the a very old area of resistance has been tested, and I had already given marked this area for you guys previously, and you guys can clearly see that this area is being respected once again. And if we have to be now very much vigilant as how to trade this pair tomorrow. Okay, so this high has not been taken out, so I am expecting that this high will be taken out, and then market is going to fall. Okay, so these arrows have to be removed, and these areas will be marked like this. Let me go back to the 1 hour chart. Okay, so my short-term support areas. Okay, so these areas have now turned into support. This and this as well, and even this, and even this. All these areas have now turned into areas of support. Okay, so these previous areas are not really valid. Okay, so let me mark all these in the green color so you guys do not get confused at any given point of time. Okay, so as you guys can clearly see, this arrow has been already marked for you guys. So you guys can know that if market once again enters this area and market closes below this area, we are going to look for good short trade. You guys can clearly see this top and this top is have made a double top, and we could have gone short from here. Okay, rather, what do you guys say? Let me take a short position for you guys so you guys can have a better understanding that how does this work. My favorite area, my favorite target is 1.3%, as you guys must know. Okay, so now let me see that how much profit would we make from this pair. Okay, okay, so but still I would mark my most recent area of resistance, which will be support rather. This is my most recent area of support. Okay, so and let me mark my support areas. Number one, this area is my support area, and now let me mark my area of resistance, which will be this area. Okay, so now how I am going to trade, it is very interesting. So if market respects this area of support, I'm going to look for a long opportunity to go long from here. Secondly, if market goes breaks past this area of resistance, I'm gonna go long straight away. And thirdly, if market breaks this short-term area of resistance and then market tests this area of resistance once again and then market closes above this area of resistance, I'm gonna go long. And on the other hand, how am I gonna go short? If market tests this short-term area of resistance and market closes below this area, I'm gonna go short. And on the other hand, if market closes below this short-term area of support, I'm gonna go short. And thirdly, if market closes below the short-term area of support and then market tests this area of support once again and then market closes below this area of support, I'm gonna go short. Okay, so and on the other hand, if market enters this area, I'm gonna look for a good buying opportunity. And on the other hand, if market enters this area, still I'm going to look for a good buying opportunity from here as well. Okay, so now let us move on to the next cryptocurrency, which is the biggest cryptocurrency after Bitcoin, which is Ethereum. Now let's do some analysis of Ethereum. As you guys can clearly see, when we were last discussing Ethereum, market was trending over here and we gave you buying setups and those were executed in a good way. And you guys can clearly see we gave you a buying opportunity from here. Market did not exactly came over here, but still market tested this area and kind of made a double bottom. And you guys could have gone long from here or from here as well. Okay, and if you were a risky buyer, you could have gone long from here as well and made huge profits. Okay, so in order to calculate the profit, we have to take a trade. We have to take a sample trade. So just to check how much profit would we have made if you guys would have gone long from here, you would have made profit approximately till here. The stop loss would be approximately over here, so this is a good 25% profit. And the second setup was this area. If you guys would have entered over here, Your take profit would be over here, and your stop loss would be approximately over here. So this would be an easy 3.4% profit. So two of our scenarios were hit in a good manner. So now let me remove the previous setups and let us discuss fresh scenarios now. Okay. So let me mark this as an area of support, and these areas are also going to act as an area of support now. Okay, let me open the 4-hour chart. Do I have anything recent available? No. As you guys can clearly see, I do not have any recent level in the 4-hour. Let me check the 1 day. Do I have any recent level in the 1 day? Not really. I have very small area of support over here. Maybe this area might be tested. Okay. So just for the sake of marking a level, I'm gonna mark this level as an area of resistance. Okay. So let me go back to the 1-hour chart. Or rather, now let us also mark another area of what you guys can say resistance, which is this area. Okay, this will be also an area of resistance. Okay, so now let me go back to this is in the 1 day. Let me go back to the 1 hour for our analysis purpose. So this is far away, so I don't think that this would come into play at any time soon. So let me mark my most recent area of resistance, which is this area. Okay. And so now let me mark my most recent areas of support as well. Okay, so how are we going to take the trades? So very interestingly, if market respects this area of support, I'm gonna go long. And secondly, if market breaks past this area of resistance, I'm gonna go long. And thirdly, if market breaks past this area of resistance and then market respects this area of resistance once again, and then market goes above this area, I'm gonna go long. On the other hand, if market respects this area of resistance and market closes below this area of resistance, I'm gonna go short. Secondly, if market closes below this short-term area of support, I'm gonna go short straight away. And thirdly, if market goes short and market respects this area of support and then market goes short once again, we are gonna go short. Okay. And on the other hand, if market enters this area, I'm gonna go look for a good buying opportunity, and similarly for these two levels as well, and even for this level. Okay, I'm going to look for a good buying opportunity from this level, this level, this level, and from this level as well. Okay, so that would be all for today. So if you guys have not yet subscribed to my channel, then please subscribe to my channel and receive my regular updates, and also click on the bell icon. If you guys are short on time, just click on the relevant timestamps and save your time, and happy trading. See you guys in the next video. Thank you.